And finally, on a Trump nominee, Jeremy Carl. This week, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee will hear testimony about Jeremy Carl, Donald Trump's nominee to be the Assistant Secretary of State for International Organizations. To call Jeremy Carl a radical and a bigot and unqualified is all far too kind. Jeremy Carl has a long history of making violent, anti-Semitic, and openly racist comments in podcasts and on social media, which recently he's tried frantically to erase. Of his political opponents, he once said, quote, "There is no peaceful coexistence. We either win or die." He called Juneteenth, quote, "a race-hustling and white-shaming holiday." And if that you're a white person celebrating Juneteenth, you've already surrendered. Can you believe a guy would say this? He said that Jews have often loved to play the victim. And on a podcast a few years ago, he added, throughout history, Jews chose some professions that made them more oppressive. And they can't be surprised that the average descendants of Cossack peasants would be resentful towards them. You believe this? What stereotypical garbage. On the Holocaust, Carl simply says everyone has traumas in their past. In other words, he's saying get over it. That's vile. Jeremy Carl's long history of racist, white supremacist, and anti-Semitic views plainly disqualifies him from serving in a senior diplomatic post at the Department of State. No person who thinks Jews should get over the Holocaust and spreads pernicious Jewish stereotypes can claim to have the character or judgment to serve as a diplomat for this country. Jeremy Carl's nomination should go no further after this week, and he should be forced to answer during testimony for his long history of violent, racist, and anti-Semitic rhetoric.